You get to choose what you... What kind of spelling is this?
What can wash away my sin? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. What can make me whole again? Nothing but the blood of Jesus.
What can wash away my sin?
Nothing but the blood of Jesus.
What can make me whole again?
Nothing but the blood of Jesus. Oh, precious gift of blood that makes me white as snow.
Yo, me and Adam, man, we really gotta have words.
I am Enriquez the fourth. I am 16 years of age, and I would be in year 11 if I was in school. How do you find the education system, and do you follow the national curriculum? I find my education system lovely, and I do not follow the national curriculum. In fact, to some extent, I do. But no, not fully. Bullying. Kids in themselves are just so mean and absolutely just... Oh, look at that. And just very, very, very naughty children. They're like little monsters. Never have any. Extremely. I was counting down days like it was Christmas. And that was definitely a great present. I am starting a new journey in terms of I never went to high school. I never completed year 6 actually for school. So from the end of year 5 to where I am now, I haven't gone to school. One of the best experiences of my life. Probably a lot of group projects like PGL. PGL is kind of like this get together where the school sends them off to a camp and they just go and be outdoors and bond with each other. But other than PGL, I would say proms, and I'm not a fan, so I don't really say that I've missed out a lot in terms of experiences. The average student, I guess, you know, the little short, wimpy, always bullied, did somewhat great in certain subjects, and others he was alright. I would say we used to have tables, and you'd have the smartest table and you'd have second smartest, all the way down to you have absolutely no idea what you're doing in this subject. I would normally on the second table. On some subjects I struggled at school, but I was an overall good student. I was always listening, kind of a teacher's pet, always getting that extra mark. No, I don't get to I don't get to choose what I learn each day. It's not really different that much. Retake. Cut. why, why did that make you laugh so much? To some extent, I can choose what subjects I want to learn at the beginning of the day, or the order of subjects that I have to learn. But overall, my subjects are chosen, the basic ones, and you can choose a bit of electives, kind of like school. It's not really that much different. it depends on who you are. If you prefer to socialize and like be more extrovert and go out more and do all that type of things, school is the better place for you. If you feel more introverted and you feel like you need more specialized learning into what exactly are your problems, instead of having a teacher that has like 32 students in one class, you have that one-to-one time. So it kind of irons out all of your mishaps and your problems in certain subjects. In school, you have detention for missing homework and behavior, etc. How is your behavior monitored at home, and are there similar punishments or confiscations? Depends who your parents are and what kind of teacher you have, because in school you have detention and missing homework. At home, it could easily be go clean your room, you're grounded, or you get slapped. So it depends on what parents you have and what parent is teaching you. Your parent, like normal, is judge, jury, and executioner, especially as you set foot through that door. Even if you're homeschooled or schooled, it's still going to be the same thing. Okay, that's a very broad question. Uh, in terms of do I travel a lot as a human being, as in I walk up and down places, yeah, I do travel quite a lot. If you're talking about countries, yeah, I would say that I do travel, like, it's only started to pick up like in recent years. Do you travel a lot, as in do you go into the car to like the shop or something like that? This is a very broad question, but I would say overall yes, though I don't like it. Noise levels, like my brother's very noisy in himself. You can probably still hear him in the video, but it's a lot more quiet and peaceful and a good working environment, instead of Timmy, stop! Put the toy down right now! It's a lot more different from that. So you have your own space to just kind of learn until your siblings, or even if you don't have siblings, someone will come and interrupt you anyway. So there's no really form of really, really quiet learning, but it's a lot more quieter than you're going to get. Yes. Why? As before, it's a lot more specialized and people actually have that one-to-one time with you, so you can actually iron out your weaknesses. If you're with a teacher with 32 different students, potentially one that is special needs and needs a lot more care than you do, it's going to create some problems for you having questions about a certain subject. Favorite things to do. When you're home educated, well, for me anyway, since I have GCSEs and I have been leading up to GCSEs for a very little while, my favorite things to do are study. And the only reason why I say that's my favorite thing to do is because that's the only thing that I do. I study. I study a lot, which is quite the normal thing and is in the word home educated. It's not home TV, it's not home PS4, it's not home online chatting, it's home educated. Therefore, there is a form of you have to learn this. If you don't learn this, then it goes back to the punishments from the before question.
So you like studying? Are you sure you like it though?
Huh? It's pretty much the only thing that I do.
No, it's not. You could do other stuff. You choose to just no. You do a lot of like watching stuff on anime. You don't go out to the park.
But that's not that. That hasn't got anything to do with being homeschooled.
What's the question say?
What is your favorite thing to do while being homeschooled? Sleep. I love sleep. Sleep makes and lets me feel energized. It brings me in with my imagination to dream certain dreams. I'm a very lazy person, I guess, in terms of when my bed has me in its clutches, then it does not let go. No, I wouldn't say it's harder being home educated. You have to be a lot more diligent in terms of you have to actually go and approach people, but that's pretty much the same as school. Would I say it's more? Yeah, I would say it's a little bit harder because as I said, you have to go up to them. That you're not in a class altogether, so you do have to engage in the friendship. Not as uh, my social life is a lot more dead than my brother is than my brother's. My social life really just consists of people that I know with the same hobbies, with like a select few friends. My brother, like this is my social life, and then this is my brother's social life. They're very different in terms of I'm a lot more concise with my friends, whereas my brother has a very big span of friends relating to his friends' cousins, his friends' mums, his friends' stepmums, and probably his stepfather's whatever, third cousin, second removed. You know it. My brother has it on his friends list somehow.
So why is yours condensed? Is it choice, or is it something that's happened to you because you've been homeschooled?
It's a lot more choice. I just don't like being around too many people. It's just not my cup of tea, even though I can't drink tea. Everything under the sun. My mom's forced me to go and do it. Yes, I have tried drama. I've tried dancing. I've tried basketball, football. Um, I've tried poems, literature, arts. I have tried swimming. I've tried pretty much everything under the sun. What do I still do now? Basketball is really the only sport that I do. Extracurricular activities, music, and yeah, that's about it, actually. We don't do stitch crop anymore.
Only this end of this term.
Exactly, but that means prior to this date, we have stopped that.
Okay.
What is next for me? I guess a job, taxes, stress, life, reality. Not a lot of fun things.
What are you going to do studying at school? What are you hoping to do?
I'm hoping to have a career in medicine and become a neurosurgeon. And in A levels, I am planning to study chemistry, biology, psychology, and history.
And are you looking forward to it?
I would say my expectations are neutral. So I don't have high expectations, but I don't think that it's going to be extremely bad. As a doctor, I'm going to be meeting various different people, so I think it's time for me to just get kicked out into reality and fend off all the lions that are in real life. Yeah, and it's survival time, I guess. That's about it.
But you feel
I wouldn't consider myself being wrapped in a bubble at all. You still have to go and get yourself dressed. So it might not be a uniform, but you're still putting clothes on your body. It's still clothes. A uniform and normal clothes only differ by formality. They're both essentially the same thing, probably made out of the same material. I would say that when you have a mixture of both, it makes life very confusing. So I would say if you're going to start with ICCE, stick with ICCE. If you're going to start with GCSEs, like, stick to GCSEs. Okay, if you're homeschooling as like parents, or you're having, or as a student, you have to pick how your homeschool is going to go. Like, you can select the subjects that you want to learn, just the same as school, except that with a lot more freedom. If you wanted to learn more on your religion, like you have your RE, like whatever religion you believe in, yeah, sure, just smack that into the timetable. I would recommend just make sure you have all the essential subjects, e.g. like maths, English, you know, whatever is going to carry you to that next level in your career. But it's all up to you how your homeschooling goes. It's not up to a bunch of old guys sitting around in a room saying that this needs to be what has to be learnt through the entire world. Knowledge is an infinite pool. So you literally can just choose what handfuls you want. You don't have to have the massive gallon of water that some old man just came and got in a bucket and just threw at you. It's not something that you have to do. Like, you can drink at your own pace. You can soak it up as slowly or as fast as you want. But just don't let anyone control what subjects you're putting in. Because at the end, that's up to you. It's up to your life. And that's all I would really say. Like, subscribe, and tell me how I did. Bye. Do you feel you have a social life? Oh my days. All right, let's try this one more time. Hold on, just get the monocle out. Is better home school? What? These questions are killing me. What is next for you now that you are? On a serious note, we really have to talk about the layout of these questions. I'm sure, as you know, this YouTube channel was on my mother's YouTube channel, and she claims herself to be a tutor, but the spelling on these questions are outrageous.
I was in a rush, okay?
Yes, that does not excuse the layouts that are in these questions. What is next for you now that you are 16? That you are 16. That.
Tell me what can make me whole again. Oh, precious is the gold that makes me white as snow. No other I know.
And so I'm here, and I'm still standing by his grace, it disappeared. All of my failures, all my shame, now I see clear. And that's because no other name has brought me near. And I can't wait to see his face, I'm pressed.